Hey everybody, welcome to the ZONA Alpha Adventure. I'm back with mission 4 from Contraband. It's like money lying on the ground. We've encountered this old ranger station littered with artifacts. There's anomalies everywhere, however, but there are a few less points of interest for us to go through and try and find supplies. So the next mission could be bad. We had enough supplies that the whole team's back this game. Danilov's returning. We're able to feed him some rations for our daily minimum requirement. And we're gonna try and get the remaining artifacts we need to get out of the zone with 10. We have 6 currently we're hanging on to. So we'll share the table and we'll get this underway. All right, here we are. It's like money lying on the ground, this ranger station. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points of interest on the table this time around. But there are going to be 4 anomalies, these weird eruptions and energy effects, which will scatter from the center table using the drift doubled roll. So from the middle, this one's gonna be 20 inches. So basically at the table edge right here. The next one, the little chain guys, is gonna be 16. Going back this way into here, and we have to try and find these artifacts. Energy sphere is going to be over here. Uh-oh, they're linked. And then the last one, it's going to be 6 inches from the middle, so about here. Should redrift this one if they land within 6 of each other. Maybe I'll use that as a rule. 8 inches back this way. That's a better spread. Start within 6 of each other because the point of interest aren't allowed to. And we will start deployed over here next to our trusty Humvee. The whole team showing up this time around, although their armor is battered, man. Everybody's kind of just keeping it together. Danilov's down to 4 for his armor rating. Yuri's down to 5. And then I believe both Pike is down to 4 and 3 for Sasha's. They've been shot up and stabbed so much that they're not feeling great. We have no supplies, so even though there's a limited supply amount here, only 7. You get 1 extra anomaly and 2 less points of interest. Meaning, yeah, it's more artifacts, but less chance of having full supplies going into the final mission. Very lucky. And so we're going to start off with Sasha. She's going to take a move 6 up to this point of interest. And have a look. First catch of the day is a 6. Which is a mutant. It used to be human. Oh no, more test subjects. They scatter drift. I get my reaction test. So Tash is back here. It was apparently just hiding next to the car. Ah! It's like back here. It followed us. I got a reaction test with my combat rifle, which I pass because I'm Will 6. And that means I can take a shot, or 2 shots, but at -2 to my CA. So cover because the plants are in the way. And then she has, on her combat rifle, she gets +1 damage against zone hostiles. Sorry, +2 will versus zone hostiles. I should say she passed an 8 and +1 damage. So she is red dot sight on her SMG. So she'll actually fire with her SMG. She's within 9. No, she's within 10 actually, because it's only 18-inch range I think for the SMG. It's not super far. Yeah, melee to 18. So she's not actually in red dot range, but she is combat. 6 goes to 5, so 4 shots. Everything misses. To move with its 3 actions, it's gonna go 6 and then jump on her. Ah! To fight in melee. So she's combat 6. She gets to roll 3 dice and she'll succeed twice but fumble and then also gain an extra action. So she'll just use that to remove the pin when this is over. So she gains a pin. But she gets 2 successes and it also rolls. She has an SMG. She rolls 1 more time. She gets 3 successes. Firepower 2. And fails twice, so it gets hit 3 times. It runs into her SMG basically, and then fails and dies. Free action, she'll then take the pin off with the free one, and that was 1, 2. She gets to search and see what's inside now. It's going to be a 2, which I think is any 1 from the common list. Scientific deck, actually. I forgot our weather effect. It's a 3, so weather is clear sky again. And so 1 from the scientific, rolling a 2. That's a detector, and that one is now searched and removed. Not exactly what we wanted. So she's gone 1 to move to it, free reaction when the zone hostile showed up, free action to remove the pin, 2 to do that search, 3 to move again, I guess. And let's go see what this thing is. Hey. Rolling to see the type of anomaly. D8 for type, 6, that's 3. Electricity. All models in base contact suffer a damage to attack, which then arcs to all models within 1 inch of a shocked model, and it can chain out as long as there's connecting models. It's called an arc welder. So this one is appropriately energy, and she gets to make a will check. See if she passes. With a 1, she does, so she gets a free search. Search she will, and see what she finds. A cool artifact on a D6. 5. A spring, add 2 to your move. It's amazing. Well then, I guess the boss goes. And he's gonna go move 6 actually to here. And then just order her to move. And so she gets to move 8. So she's gonna go jump onto this over here. From the arc welder, because she doesn't want to die. Because it pulses now at the end of every round. That was 1, 2, 3. He's gonna move again and try to get away from it. Or is he gonna order her again? He could order her to go look at the other anomaly, which he will. Yeah, why not? Why not? Sasha's doing great. So she's going to move less than 8, like clambering over all that stuff. Or you can just order her to, you know what he'll do? Instead, he'll actually order her to search that artifact because she just moved into base space with it. She doesn't even have a choice, actually. I need to roll to see what it is. Of interest, rather. That point of interest is a 17. Cobwebs. So skill test or take a pin. And her skill test... She passes. He is out of actions unless he staminas, which he won't. So Yuri's going to go and walk 6. And then again, we'll allow him to move. He'll go by, actually. Oh, no, he's a guide. Yeah, he wants points of interest. So he's going to go 6 to here. And then he can go 8 with his second move and get into base contact with this one. We'll see what it is. He gets plus will to interact with these things. It's a 12. It's a booby trap. Oh, no. And what happens when he searches it? 2, he passes, so he disarms it. Third action, he'll interact to try and grab something cool out of it, a 5. That's 2 items, sorry, any 1 item from the military list. Rolling on the military list, maybe we'll find some ammo for next game. 7 on military, a Kevlar plate. So there's a Kevlar plate in there, and that gets his armor back up to 6. Stamina to try and get away from that thing, because it is highly dangerous. And he passes all 3 stamina checks, so he doesn't lose anything, and he'll get to move another 6 inches. Going this way. It's Danilov. He's going after the artifacts. He's going to go 6 and then 6 again. We'll find out what kind it is. The D8, 3. So that's going to be number 2. Gravity has to make a test or suffer 2. Whoa, he'll use a bin that done that. But still fail and take a pin. So I might have forgotten to mention it, but because he sat out last game, he didn't get the will increase everybody else got. So they're all actually up to will 7 because they've survived 3 games, and they're 1 more away from learning a new skill at the end of this mission, hopefully if they survive. He is still only 3 been there or deja vus, and he's 2 for, he's only will 6 because he's only 2 games in. So he's gonna fail and take a damage hit. I think it's 2 hits from being a gravity thing. He definitely fails his armor roll, so he's going to be wounded and take another pin marker. And a lot of that didn't go well at all. Pass a will check to get away from it, because he's basically chained down. Very appropriate that this one was a gravity result. It was 1, 2, got into base contact and failed. 3, he'll just take a... he'll try and... no, he has to take a pin away. That's all he can do. No med kits, no nothing. Well, everybody's gone. And at turn 1, no rolling for zone defense just yet. We're into turn 2. And I think we start with Yuri. He's just going to walk over to this. And try and break in his first. D20. 7. It's radiation. Ruh-roh. A pocket full of intense radiation and lose stamina if you fail a test. He passes. He's will 7. In action to search it. And let's see what we find. 5. So it's going to be a military item. Give me that ammo. 2. 2 is a heavy weapon reload or grenades. Actually going to deja vu that one. For a 3. Which is a hot load. I'll take it. It's 1, 2, 3 to move again. He'll move back onto this one. And we'll roll to see what it is. Something cool, I hope. 16. Mutants! Plays a swarm of mutants. This one's going to be 3 inches away. It's like brains. Reaction test. Will 7. He fails. He'll deja vu it. Down to 2. Passes. So he's got 2 deja vus left. He gets his shot at -2. So he uses assault rifle. He's +1 for red dot. -1 for cover. So he's going to be... and -2 for... the reaction fire, so he's -3 +1, so he's on 6s go to 4s. Well, he takes a pin and he hits once. And it fails its test and dies. It's only armor 5. He's now pinned. He'll do a stamina check to try and push it. He'll fail once, so he goes down to stamina 2. Free action, so he's going to search that thing, and what does he find? A 5, another military item. And it's a potato. It's an 8. Anything I want. Well, ammo it is. We go into the final game with bullets. Some people, we don't find any rations or water, because I don't think we're going to. We've only got 1 to 2 points of interest left. Yeah. It's very unlikely we're going to be fed, so I don't think everybody's going to make it out. Also, you're super jacked up right now. So, let's go with you. We're going to try and break out and fail, so we'll use a will and pass this time. So down to 2 of those left. So, I'm sorry, he had to get rid of a pin first, and then he only has 2 actions, so it means he can try and search it and pass, and a free action. So he's stuck to it already. He passed the will check to make the breakaway, and then now he's actually searching. He'll get a free action after this. And what kind of artifact does he find? A 4. That will be... where are your artifacts? 4. Heart. Add 1 stamina dice pool and never exhaust it. 2 move rate. Well, he's not going to equip that one. Would have moved at the end of the last turn. It would have gone 7 inches this way. Wom, 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 and then pulsed. And then this one wasn't active. Oh no, this one was active as well. 4 inches this way, and it was dragged him with it. So now he can go and make a move. He's going to move back towards the boss. And he goes 6 and be like, no thank you. Sasha, go find another artifact. Walk your 8, because you've equipped the springs. And go over to here and see what it is. Hopefully something good. Hopefully not something terrible. And this is the artifact. So D8, D4 rather. 2, it's going to be gravity. Falls in 3 once again, so she has to make a test on her skill of 7 and pass, so she doesn't get gravitied. And then her second action, she's going to try and extract now. Does she pass? She does. And what kind of artifact is it? 2. So it's a sponge vapor. Ignore all vapors. 1 more artifact and we've got enough. We can go home and get no artifacts next game and still be okay. 1, 2, 3. She's gonna just move over to here. You know what? She can move 8. So she's gonna move back to this one actually. Get away from that anomaly. See what it was. 18. I really need a cache here. Now, vermin. They drift. They've got 3 actions. Move 8. Firepower 2. This is bad. It's big horde of vermin. Needed, where is it? This one, 9. Drifts, 4 inches back. Big thing of rats comes out. Reaction test on a 7. She passes, so she can shoot it at -2. She's her SMG. So -2, +1 for the red dot sight. -2 for the reaction fire. So she's gonna blasting. And gets a free action afterwards, so if those all hit. And the armor on them is, for the vermin horde, armor 4, so it goes down to, actually nothing, it's for damage 0. Fails. 2 wounds, but that kills it. And then we get a free action, which we will use to pick that up. Let's see what we find in there. 4 items from the common equipment list. Oh, give me some food at least. And 2 is clean water, I'm into it. Second one is 4, which is a rad kit. Reroll that with a lucky. 3, med kit. It's convenient. In the water cooler, we found some clean water. And then a med kit. So we need to find at least 1 battery or all of our like red dot sites are going to stop working. And 2 people aren't going to be able to show up. Basically starving on the way back as we try and walk back out of Algonquin Park. Just the boss remaining. We could order her out of there. But she really needs to go see that thing. I think what we're going to do is we're going to order him to move. 6, because we can see him. And then we're going to order him to move again. And then we're going to patch him up. So he loses his wound and gains 2 pins with our med kit. He has 1 med kit left after he patches up Danilov. Bottom of 2, all this stuff moves. This one, it's going to go off the board. This one over here, it's going to go 4 inches back towards Yuri. And it pulses 2 and doesn't hit anything. This other one over here, which is gravity, it's just going to come 1 inch back, chasing everybody. It's still tethered because it hasn't been interacted with yet. It's the last one. We get a zone effect on 8 or higher. No, round 3. Sasha, go check out the final anomaly. She goes 8 with her springs. Kind is it? 5. That will be electricity again. Will 7. She passes, and then she'll spend her second action to try and extract. She has to pass another will check, which she does. And then what kind of artifact do we find for our final artifact? We go to 10. 2. It's a sponge. And she's going to run 8 and just jump over to here and be like, no thanks. Don't want to get electricity. We're going to go get that last point of interest. This was the last point of interest over here, this thing. Oh, yeah, we'll still run that way because Yuri can go get that. Speaking of which, Yuri's going to go his 6. 5 because he's going to hop the fence. Drop pin first, move over there. See what it is. This thing we can pick up. 15. Swamp gas. Pass on a will 7. No, we fail. We'll use a been there, done that, and go down to 2. Or sorry, he's, yeah, down to 2. 9 fails again. Those are so bright and shiny. He's hallucinating. He attacks the nearest model, friend or foe. He's gonna shoot her. Hallucinating that she's the enemy and shoots her at -3 to his CA. So on 3s, red dot to 4s, cover back to 3s. No big deal, just shoots her once and gets pinned. He freaks out and he didn't pass his test. So she takes a hit, he shoots her in the back and fails her armor roll. She'll lucky that. And still fail. Oh, blam. She's using the spring artifact, she takes 2 pin markers for that too, oh my god. Third action, we try again. Can you stop hallucinating for a second? Yeah, finally. And let's see what this thing is. It's a 1. Last lucky, it's a 6. So it's any 2 items we want from any list. For common, he's down to, that's Yuri. He's down to 0 of these. Roland finds a 5 and an 8, which is anything I want. It's gonna put 2 people out of the game when this is all done. And that's the last of the points of interest. No battery, so all of our equipment doesn't work either. All right, well that's Sasha, been shot a whole bunch. And Yuri freaking out and hallucinating and pinning himself. So we're sending you home. So you just go take off your 2 pins and then move 6 and leave. Be like, I'm out of here, Danilov. You screwed this up. And the boss is gonna take a big chance. He's gonna move 6 and then 6 again. Just stand in this corner. And he's gonna order Sasha to remove a pin with his third action. Stamina, 3 stamina. Pass, pass, fail. He'll use 1 to reroll that and pass. So he's down to 1 deja vu left. For an extra action to lead her off that last one. All right, then the anomalies all move. This one's gonna go 6 inches back. The gravity over here is gonna go 2 inches sideways and keep blocking everything. It pulses 3, which won't quite get her. That's 2 plus 1, so it's not within range. This last one over here is gonna go 6 inches towards her as well and fly through this, but only pulses 3, so it won't get her. Zone event, round 3. Nope, so we're into 4. Okay, well, Yuri's just gonna pick himself up and he's gonna move 6 and then 8, so we'll just do the 8 first. So 8 to there, and then 6 more, we'll put him like right there. And he can hurdle the difficult terrain, the 1 inch barrier for no penalty because he's a guide. You're gonna get ordered to go 8 and then ordered to go 7. By the boss, because you only have 2 actions right now because you're super wounded. His last action, he's gonna move 6 and just get out of here. Pike's like, nope, we're not doing this anymore. And then Sasha's gonna activate. She's just gonna go 8 and leave and be like, no thanks, I'm out. Do we get a zone? Sorry, anomalies. This one's gonna go 9 inches off the table. This one back here, I'm gonna go 8 inches up into the woods. And then pulse 3 because it's a gravity effect. This one back here is gonna go just 2 inches back. Boom, boom. All right, well, Pike's just gonna be like, move, and make him move 6, just to make sure he can leave this turn. And then actually he doesn't even need to do that. He can just move 6 and then 6 again and leave with his last action. And then so does he. And everybody made it out, but we didn't get enough supplies for everyone to be healthy. So everyone's gonna learn a new skill. That means, and I think Danilov's staying behind, so it's who's taking the artifacts home is going to be the question. We have no batteries, we have ammunition, so we can fight with bullets this last game. He's going to gain a deja vu and a will. He'll go to will 7 because he survived the game. These 2 are going to learn to hustle because we need to get them off the board, and they're actually going to be the ones that come into the final game. We loaded up with artifacts, everything's on them. Basically, these guys say their goodbyes. Actually, no, Danilov would have to be one of them. Yeah, these 2 mercenaries are gonna say their goodbyes, and it'll be Danilov and Pike who get out of there. The guide, or sorry, the smuggler and the scientist that launched the expedition. They can't afford security anymore for the bounty hunter, and they can't afford their stalker guide either because they can't feed him. So these guys disappear into the night because I'm short of water and a food, and they take no further part in the campaign. And for the final mission, it's just gonna be Danilov and Pike, the 2 of them trying to make it home. So there we go, the penultimate mission of Zone Ravens. We managed to get our full complement of artifacts, but of course, unable to feed the whole crew. We had 2 wander off for the final mission, of course, and part ways. So it's just Pike and Danilov trying to make their way back with this giant pile of loot they managed to get from the ranger station at the end of this adventure. So we'll see if that went in 2 weeks. That's what I'm Ash. Hey there, I hope you enjoyed that video. There are tons of other games already recorded for you to watch. Click over to my channel page if you haven't already, and have a look through the dozens of playlists full of videos. I guarantee you'll discover a game you haven't seen played before. I put out new videos 7 days a week, and every day is themed to a different genre as I continue to explore the wider world of gaming. Of course, none of that's possible without you, the viewer, so click a like and subscribe if you'd like to stay on top of what's happening here daily. My 2 kids and I are massively grateful to be able to have the flexibility of this job so I can always maximize my time with them.
If you want to support me continue to put out this content, it's only possible because of my amazing backers on Patreon who support the studio, equipment, and model cost, as well as being how I make the bulk of my living. You can also help out by buying a t-shirt through Spreadshirt, a measuring gauge or widget from Death Ray Designs, or buying one of my games and supplements like Last Days, Gamma Wolves, and Blaster. As a way of showing my appreciation, patrons get early access to new games and supplements that I write throughout the course of the year. Huge thanks for watching, it really does help out, and happy gaming.